got 2 chapters for you today in this one video, guys. We have chapter 100, main chapter of Mission Yozakura, chapter 100, and we also got an extra chapter as well, and that'll be also included in this review as well. So don't worry about those. But also don't forget, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell. It really helps me a lot. And don't forget to check out my Patreon. It's appearing on screen, and you can find the link down in the video description down below as well. But without further ado, let's crack down with the intro, and let's crack down to the reviews of Mission Yozakura, chapter 100 and the Mission 100 beta chapter. Shall we? Right, we've hit chapter 100 of Mission Yozakura Family, and it is also its 2-year anniversary. I can't believe I've read this for 2 years, and I've probably reviewed it for less than that. But obviously I wanted to finish The Promised Neverland, and obviously I wanted to go on to the next series that I thought would be interesting to watch, read, and talk about with you guys, my viewers, my subscribers, and everything. And some of you are subscribed to the channel mainly so you could catch my reactions. Currently, I'm only focused on the 2 videos. Reactions have been put on hold and on hiatus because I have got a daughter that is really needing my attention as well a lot recently, because of her being nearly 1 year old, and she's learning a lot of new things. But this is chapter 100 of Mission Yozakura Family. And what a chapter it was. So I'm reading it on the Shueisha Manga Plus app. You can also read it on the Shonen Jump app as well. But there's a lot of exclusive manga titles available on the Manga Plus app. This ain't free sponsorship, or I'm not being sponsored by them. I'm just recommending that download both, because you can read both titles here and there. But if you got a full-on Shonen Jump subscription as well, you can read the back catalogs of the chapters as well on Shonen Jump. But like I said, there's a lot of Manga Plus exclusive manga to read on the Manga Plus app as well. There's a lot of manga I wish I could talk about because I think they're really enjoyable, and I don't see a lot of people talking about them. But today we are talking about chapter 100 of Mission Yozakura, and that chapter is also titled as Mission Yozakura, Mission 100, Father and Children. So we got the father in a colour page at the beginning, separating as like what seems to be Sakura Pels. And we're going to learn more about him by the looks of things at a later date. Definitely with his power and his ability. That's something that I've been curious about as much as possible in this chapter. And it's one of those cases where I want to know more. I want to see what's going on here, and I want to know more. That's one of the cases here. So we're talking about that. So it opens up and he's just vanished and going into Let's Go. And then it opens to a anniversary splash page of Mission Yozakura with all the characters in, with a two being held by their pet dog, Kiro. So it opens up with the meeting application center, and we got Kuraichiro, Shion, Futaba, Kengo, Shinzo, Minata, all there talking to Tayo, and where he's just saying, well, I'm off, and Futaba's just going to say, if anything comes up, call us right away and we'll come flying. And Tayo's just going, don't worry. So he then enters a lift, and Futaba and Shinzo asks if it's going to be okay by himself, and Futaba just comforts him, saying Tayo said he wants to do it on his own. So let Tayo do it on his own. So then he exits and we then get reminded that this was the whole reason why he went for the whole silver rank license in the first place, was so he could talk to Karashita. And it's very nice to see Karashita here, because this is where we're going to learn more backstory about Karashita, more about Tsubomi Yozakura as well, within this chapter as well. Issue 100 is definitely that chapter where it's definitely going to grow into a very interesting series and a very interesting story, definitely moving on forward. And we have Karashita mention that he can sense Tsubomi within him, and that he said that it was her idea as well. And Tayo relays the message that Tsubomi told Tayo to tell Karashita to kill Tsubomi. And he just smiles and goes, "Ah, I see." So he just then starts talking about these flowers and these flowers have bloomed, and he hasn't got much from you to, and mentioned that, asking if these same flowers have bloomed from Tayo, because now he's sharing the same blood as Karashita is. The somain in the Tsubomi's blood is completely different, completely unlike that of her descendants. It's fiendish. So he starts talking about this blood a little bit more. It does grant power, so we know that Tsubomi Yozakura's blood does grant power in the hosts that it takes. But it also has an exchange where it completely drains them as well. And then we get talking about the experiments he's done with this blood and everything, and how he mentioned that every single one of his individuals that I administrated it in the past, experiments didn't last a week. I fooled myself into thinking I was okay with various treatments, but with circumstances as they are now, I can't even do that. Very soon, I will die. And he continues on going, "The curse of this blood bared its fangs even to that founder." And we have literally a flashback, and he's just talking about, saying her body maintained a miraculous balance, but if it ever broke down, it was hell. The power to run her body and the power to heal. The opposing forces were varying for control and accelerating. They were wrapping her and remaking her. I can't remember anything. The name of the mountain where I was born, the colour of the flowers that I liked, my meeting with you, Doctor. What I have instead is increasing anger and suffering. Doctor, we talked about a future in which I become a new normal. I won't be able to see it, and I won't even be able to die. I will go on living with me and continuing to no longer be myself. This is an era in which even if one wants to live, one can't. Whereas you cannot die even if you wanted to. There's not much difference. But far in the future, if we continue doing research on your body, when you've become an empty shell, perhaps you may be able to rest in peace. I look forward to it. And that was the conversation and a few panels of this flashback between Tsubomi and Karashita. You have my hopes up, Dr. Karashita. And he just continues. The memories that I formed the bedrock of her personality had mostly died away over the years. Or so I thought. I'm amazed she still has them. So she was right then. Let's grant Tsubomi's request. I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you how to destroy Tsubomi Yozakura. You and I are men who were both enthralled by the Yozakuras. Tsubomi's blood is the tie that binds us. Let us lift this cursed bond. The Book of Buds. You can read it, could you? It's a colorless ink made from Tsubomi's blood. You need a special power to read it, and that power is exactly what the profuse blooming of the 10,000 flowers is. an old and greater awakening than any blooming. In the end, I was unable to learn how to conquer that ability and make use of it. It is essential in destroying Tsubomi, but it is a double-edged sword. While Tsubomi blood does give rise to great power, it also ends resonating. Just as you and Tsubomi are connected, and as I was able to sense the connection between you two. Those who share the blood also share their thoughts. He's probably aware that we're meeting and talking like this. Besides, you and I, who have been given Tsubomi's blood, more than that, he's. Then it cuts to the panel of the Yozakura's father, standing right behind Taiyo with his left hand on Taiyo's left shoulder. That's quite enough. You have a sharp ears, taking the trouble to shut me up even though I have so little time left to live. It's still too soon for him. It's premature. Taiyo looking shocked. Where did he come from? Karashita, is your self-righteousness towards her making you do this? You're the one with the self-righteous ego. Taiyo attacks. Very good, Taiyo. You're much faster now. If you can improve your reaction speeds, you'll make even more progress. Father, there's 100 things I want to ask you about, but right now I'm talking to him. So please, just leave for now. Then we have all the Yozakuras just coming in and attacking Father. And that was the chapter. That was chapter 100. I might continue doing some read speeches of the bubbles if it's clearly good good parts of the chapter that I think is worthy to read out. If it's better for me to read them out to you guys instead of me trying to condense it, it's better off doing a full explanation in voices and characters and like that and stuff like that. But that's something new. I might continue, I might not. But yeah, this was chapter 100. This ain't the end of the review. This review is going to be one of my longer ones because we have got another chapter review to do. It's an extra chapter that's going to be chucked on as well into this. So I might just do a quick interlude, a quick like little pause break, like a little eye catch, and then we're going to split to the next chapter as well because I need to read that as well, and then we're going to conclude this. But first I want to say, comment down below what you liked and didn't like about chapter 100 down in the comment sections down below. I really did enjoy it. There was a lot of information in this chapter that I thought was really useful, really interesting at best as well, and it was one of those fun chapters that I think would have been great as well, that we are learning a lot more about Tsubomi Yozakura as well. We learned a little bit more about Karashita, and we're going to hopefully learn more about the Yozakura father as well, because he's a character that's in mysteries. Definitely in this chapter where we see his abilities of just suddenly turning into flower petals and suddenly dispersed into petals and flying through the wind and then reappearing with the power of the petals right behind Taiyo. His ability is just very curious, and I'm curious about what his ability is, and I'm curious about what he's going to do with it. But this has been a fun chapter nonetheless, and it was 100% great overall. Just comment down below what you liked and didn't like about chapter 100 down in the comment sections down below, and let's cut to the thumbnail, to an interlude and everything like that. It's just going to be like a quick little fun little eye catch I'll probably come up with, and then we'll talk about Mission Yozakura extra, chapter extra as well in this same review. So it's part of the same video and you don't need to worry about it as well. I'll probably try and do the title a little bit different as well. I'll probably name it chapter 100 plus the extra chapter as well. So let's crack down to it. Let's hit that. Let's head to the eye catch, and I'll catch you in a bit to talk to you about my thoughts on the extra chapter. Mission Yozakura extra chapter, or Mission Yozakura chapter beta, Eye of the Yozakura Family, pretty much narrates her day from Monday to Sunday and all the basic type spy training she goes through because Tayo goes on a mission and Matsumi is just being herself, and Ai's just practicing her attacks with Futaba, and just each day is just training with each of the family members of Ai. Was a fun, cute type thing. We had Tuesday with, and she also mentions the different types of day it is, with how clear the clouds are, what if it's raining, if it's sunny. And I think it was just a very cute and fun extra chapter. I think definitely with the bombshell of a chapter what we have in the main series of what's happening there with chapter 100, this beta chapter, because it uses the beta symbol, really opens up a lot with a little funness. Definitely with the bit where it came to Wednesday and she's playing video games, or more so doing training in the way how Shion does training with under video games, playing them, and how Matsumi just gets annoying where she already told Shion that she gets 1 hour of playtime and everything like that, and even with some bad habits Ai picks up, she even gets yelled at. She then on Thursday she gets taught by Kingo about disguises, everything, and that how she manages to do a very good impression and copy of Goliath, the guard dog. And then we had Nanao doing some test practicing with like different poisons and everything like that, and she gets a taste where she ends up over-exaggerating, and Nana had to mention that she'll go back to normal. And definitely with the end of the chapter, with closer to the time where it becomes Koreichiro, and how he's been scaring her to the point where Mitsumi also hits her oldest brother to tell her that is scary, and we have a bit of Ai just crying and everything, and we have then Tayo just looking back through the day of what she's done through a diary, and he cuts a bit of card and writes a spy license, a little like fake spy license and everything, and she's just sleeping, and then when she wakes up she's happy that she's got a fake spy license. But in the end, that was definitely a fun chapter. I won't be having a dedicated image for this chapter, but I will be mentioning it in the title as well that their extra chapter, the main cover art will be the 2nd anniversary, but the titles of the thumbnail will include both this chapter and I as well. So yeah, but this, comment down below if you like this extra chapter down in the comment section down below. Was it fun? Did you enjoy it? I really did enjoy it as much as I think a lot of people might do as well. It definitely lines a little bit of the mood, and I'm glad that the mangaka sensei has included it. Definitely with it being the 2-year anniversary of serialization of Mission Yozakura Family. But other than that, comment down below what you liked and didn't like, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya. Great fun to have 2 chapters this week. Definitely my favourite out of the 2 was definitely the main chapter of the story of everything that's happened this week. Definitely of Tayo getting his silver rank license and everything like that. But also the fun slice of life of having an Ai chapter, because she's like the little mascot now of the Yozakura family, along with Goliath, and everything, and she's just so cute and adorable within that chapter. Definitely going through the days of training, each day of difference, just to wanting to learn and be a spy, because she looks up to everybody in the Yozakura family as and everything like that. But those chapters were definitely fun. I did really enjoy the first chapter where we learn a little bit more of the backstory of Karashita and Tsubomi, and how everything ties in together, and more about the Bud book and everything. Bud's end book because of the invisible ink, and there's nothing there. We learned quite a lot about that in that chapter as well, but I really enjoyed it. But like always, don't forget to check out my affiliate links down in the video description down below and everything. Don't forget you can check out my Patreon, that is appearing right on screen as well. And like always, if you are a returning subscriber and you liked what you see, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It goes a long way. And if you're new here and haven't hit the subscribe button yet, press the subscribe button, press the bell, click all to keep notified. But other than that, don't forget to check out my end cards, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.